If you think about it, a lot of what has been done in New York is really a facsimile of some of the problems we're seeing out of Washington, D.C. You know, you've had Biden come in, and what has he done? Has he made life better for anybody? Of course not. They cranked the printing presses. They borrowed money. They spent trillions and trillions of dollars, even though they were warned that this would spark inflation. They went to war on our own domestic energy industry. Now they're begging Maduro and OPEC for oil, but it means all of you are paying more for your energy needs. So we have the worst inflation we've had in 40 years with no end in sight, and one of the worst energy policies we've had. And what is their answer to this, to say they're going to give you relief? They pass a bill called the Inflation Reduction Act. So they think the way to tackle inflation is to hire 87,000 new IRS agents. You know, I think every member of Congress that voted for those IRS agents should have to be audited every year by the IRS. And I think career politicians like Nancy Pelosi need to be retired with congressional term limits. That would make it a lot better. Honestly, if you're going to do 87,000 of something, I'd like to see 87,000 new Border Patrol agents to get that border under control. Because they don't seem to care about that, even though we've had millions of people come across illegally, even though the cartels are eating our lunch and making a fortune at the border, even though fentanyl is at record levels in this country and the overdoses are at levels we haven't seen. They don't care about that. They don't care about the criminal aliens that have come in. There have been over 90 terrorists, suspected terrorists, that came across in the last fiscal year. They don't care about that, but they get really upset if 50 of them are sent to Martha's Vineyard. Then they get upset. But I think with Lee Zeldin in office, when you talk about energy, New York and the western part of New York, you have massive amounts of natural gas potential. And yet, because of ideology, they're not letting it. That's jobs, economy, and it creates more energy security for you. So I like to see him get in there and unleash your own energy here in the state of New York. So I think this is an important choice for the state of New York. Do you want to continue down the path that you're on? A path that's seen you hemorrhage people, wealth, you name it, or do you want to try a different direction? If you are tired of the same old story, well, you have the power to turn the page. You have the power to elect Lee Zeldin as the next governor of the state of New York. You will roll with some changes, and this will be the 21st century version of the shot heard round the world. Let's get it done. Thank you all. God bless you. God bless New York, and God bless the state of Florida.